Lessons ground control to
Okay, that's enough of that because hello, citizens of the internet. I
You
don't
are
want
alive.
I don't want this stream getting struck.
Not in like first 5 seconds of the stream, we're gonna take it down because I didn't realize you were going.
No strike, please. We need money.
We don't make money.
Metaphorical money, that is.
If you combined the Bean Daddy Mandela channel with my channel, we still would be like 950 off.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Hello,
Buddy.
Anthony. How are you doing?
What's up, Anthony?
Hi, Anthony.
Hello?
How it do?
And
But
I'm
being
getting
bada
the
boom.
link out.
Send that link around. Give it a little shaking, not stirring. I don't know. 19 chapters. That's almost impressive.
Yeah. Impressive, masochistic.
19?
It's like an
Oh.
actual travesty is what it is, and this is your fault.
Yeah, I know it's my fault. There's no one else to blame but me.
19. There's only 3 left.
Doing good, awesome.
There's only 3 and a couple other little bullshit fucking mini chapters, but
Kay is out for the evening, but she says hello, everyone.
Hi,
Hello.
Kay.
okay. Hope you're doing good.
Oh. 3 chapters left. We're practically in the home stretch. We're almost done.
We're almost done, Raptor. Breathe it in. We're almost free. There's left. It actually feels. It's gonna feel weird when it's over.
Oh, yeah. Almost as weird as it felt when Empress Teresa was over. Almost.
Almost. That was much longer than this one, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, not too much longer. How many episodes of
It
Empress
was
Teresa did
100.
you guys do?
It was 400 and something pages. Bioman, shut up.
I meant how many fucking streams did you guys do of it?
We did 21,
A
but some of
lot.
those went on for like 2.5 hours.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
stop trying
yeah,
to inflate
mostly
your
it's-
ego, Bioman.
that-
This is.
Eh.
You will never be in the ballpark of Empress Teresa.
That and
Well.
remember, we also skipped an entire chapter because it was just a recap of the previous chapter.
Fair.
Books are not TV shows, Norman Bhutan.
Classic Bhutan Widen.
Kenzie, you know that saying that only makes me want to find more awful things for you to read.
I fucking dare you.
Oh, you are fucking making a mistake. I remember that fucking Draco Malfoy one that I saw on here that was 814 pages.
Yeah, well, I found Frankenstein Boy, so we're reading that next.
Yeah, fair
Excuse
enough.
me?
Oh boy.
Remember, you'll have to rewatch last week, and I'll share it.
Before we
It's
get
gonna be a fucking
The
nightmare.
Mother Had No Pulse. I'm wishing for Ash Williams to appear in this story. Yeah, so am I. I doubt it's going to happen, but
There's
I
always
wish it
hope.
would.
There's always hope it'll turn into a fan fiction about Ash Williams killing all the creepypastas.
Ash Williams or Mike Armentrout.
Do we
Either
really
works.
want them to bring in Ash Williams at this point? Like, don't bring in something good.
I mean, if it's as long as it's killing everything bad in the world, I'm fine with it.
They're not.
Just wait another couple minutes, see if some more people get in here, and they had better.
I will kill them if they do not.
And then we will necromance them back next time, just so they can watch again.
Yeah, you guys don't understand. That 13 viewer count, that's the biggest ego booster I can possibly get, and I need it weekly. Oh, see, me saying that pulled in another fucking viewer. That's manifesting it. That was your guys' day, Ben.
It's been a day. Maybe if I put up the image for this episode, it'll get more people in.
Oh, you mean the best edit I've ever made in my life?
Yep.
Go right ahead.
I was like, wait, why is there such a huge delay? Oh wait, I hit unlock image rather than display image.
Jesus Christ. There it is.
As long as Ash kills Jeff or any other killer or bad creepypasta character, then it's fine by me. Yes,
Ashwood.
Brian with his adored mask.
I spent way too much time making this, to be clear, with you guys. And I don't regret it at all. I felt weird looking up wedding photos because it's like these are real people getting married, and now there's gonna be a little image of them on the internet that's been horribly mangled by me.
Alright, well, let's get started and people can just get in
Drift
here,
on
whatever.
in. Let us begin.
Get into it.
I mean, they're not gonna miss much, are they?
Do you think?
Alright, so we are on chapter 19. You weren't sure of your game plan yet. So far, all you had to rely on was Toby, and at the moment, he seemed unstable. At the moment?
At the moment. Yeah, just now.
Yes, you're
just-
kidnapped.
Have you
That
been
time
reading your own story?
That time he pushed you down the stairs while laughing, that doesn't count.
I mean, he can be a bit criminally deranged sometimes, but well, he's a chill guy. He's fine.
You know, you just you gotta know the real him, you know?
More so than usual, and if you had to guess, probably from Hoodiment struck Brian talking to you. Hello, Superstar 64.
Howdy, superstar. It's always nice to have a celebrity in the group.
Why was that such a problem?
Oh, this deranged serial killer also gets jealous.
Okay, next week's image. I need Charlie from Always Sunny, the Pepe Sylvia thing, with Bio-chan's face
Got
going,
it.
why is
On
this
it.
such a problem?
On it. Do that as we're recording.
If it was based on chance of almost being violate,
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
and if Brian was telling the truth and that it wasn't him but his alter ego, yeah, I'm sure that's the truth. So what madness has happened?
Fucking
Girl
watch
kidnapped
this.
by 3 serial killers, met a rat that they're terrified of, and decide that instead of being afraid, she's going to try and turn this into a harem.
Yep. We're about 19 chapters into probably one of the
Presumably.
worst things I've ever read. So
Let's also keep in mind that surprisingly, there's been little to no romance.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mr.
all
Mark.
the romance. Bust
Alright.
down.
His alter ego, then how come the sudden outburst? Because he's fucking lying to you.
Also, he's a crazy person.
Hello, Jammy. Whoa, harem ahoy. And specifically towards you, you hadn't said anything harsh to him. He is batshit insane.
Hey, your mom didn't say anything bad to him either. That didn't stop him from murdering her with a car. Christ.
It's unfortunate they always drag Marble Hornets into this. I agree.
Yep. You
Yeah.
always want to drag the good stuff in.
You were practically silent when Toby was expressing himself through anger. Okay.
What?
Oh wow, we've gone into JC the Hyena territory. She was silent. Not practically. That's not what practically means.
She was like silent, but not silent.
Yeah. Exactly.
Silent adjacent.
She was almost silent.
Anthony says, yeah, Toby,
She
the psychopathic lunatic who killed the mother, tried to kill her, abused her, and other things that make me rage. Yeah, he's mentally normal.
Completely lucid individual.
Is it the same principle that applies? You know how women are always asking guys, why do you like crazy girls? And they're saying, well, because they're good in bed. Is it the same line of thought?
This is
I
like
guess
that
so.
nice guy thing where this was written by. If I didn't know that the author was pregnant, I would say this was written by a nice guy one of those fucking Reddit nice guys who thinks that all women just want to fuck weird asshole.
Yeah, women just like dating assholes. I need to
No,
go
it's
back
not
to
enough.
I need to go back to my anime girl figurines now.
It's not a hashtag nice guy because the woman's not dead.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Fair,
Fucking hate women.
I am
No,
here
no.
and slightly cheesed off
Did
with
you
Elden
just
Ring.
say you
Hello,
fucking
Cam.
hate women?
Hello,
Yeah,
Cam.
that was more of a
I'm
slip.
glad to have you here, and I'm sorry about Elden Ring.
No. You couldn't beat Godfrey, could you? That's rough.
Anyway, whatever his problem was, you didn't know if he had an idea on how to leave, and you were beginning to have a silent thought in the back of your mind about.
What?
As opposed
That
to a really loud thought in your mind.
What
Yeah.
does a silent thought even fucking mean?
Kens, do you want to read the thought?
No, because it's not. I guess it's not properly written like a thought. What if he was just playing you?
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Something not
Really?
properly written in this story?
That whole Scotland Yard.
Yeah, but at least with the thoughts usually are more properly communicated.
I guess. That's
Raptor,
a fair point.
did you want to say something? Funny.
The twist.
All right, that's officially 3 paragraphs. Even though 2 of the paragraphs were just sentences.
Yep. Oh, are you saying the formatting of this story isn't particularly good, Manny? I can't believe it. 19 chapters in, I hadn't noticed.
Author, if you ever see this, I want you to get this book published. Send me a copy, and I am going to take a shit on it.
I'll burn it.
Yeah,
book.
Time to bring back book burnings, boy.
No more burning books. We all remember what happened when Raptor did that to Empress Teresa.
Also, not to mention it's a slippery slope between that and, Library of Alexandria.
I mean,
slippery slope.
In this case, it would be like the Library of Alexandria. Oh shit!
What library is holding both hunting dogs and Empress Teresa? To be fair,
one that needs to be bulldozed.
Anyhow, maybe he's simply trying to get you comfortable and feel as though you can trust him before he stabbed you in the back. Or
literally, that is what they do.
Yeah. Period. Or because the author is 7. Maybe he really did need someone or an excuse to free himself from this type of life.
Do not or in your story, Jesus Christ.
And/or, it's his pronouns.
And the excuse to free himself is your vagina.
Huh.
It's not like you could be picky about how you get out either. A way out is a way out. You just wanted reassurance and a better idea than just winging it. From your past experience. What is your plan? You haven't had a plan to escape this entire story. Why do you have a plan to escape now?
Your literal plan has just been is just to roll with it.
Yeah, Via's weirdly okay with everything.
Oh my god! No, keep reading.
Oh, no. I see it. From your past experience, nothing good came out of it. Though you've caught yourself a few times wondering what you would be going back to. Your mother's status multiple mothers status. Because I can't.
Just read.
Was unknown. You were sure Mr. Saka gave up on you.
No.
And what other friends did you have?
Oh, we could tell about that.
Loser.
This is. Oh, I have no friends. God, you fucking loser.
Loser.
I want to just go back a little bit. Mothers, come on.
Let it go, Grant.
Multiple mothers.
Yes.
Oh my
because
god,
staying
let
with
it go. There are
murderers
so
is-
many. Do you forget Adore the Ski Mask?
It's just such an easy one to fix. It's just
go.
like 10 seconds.
But also,
They can look
there
at
is
it.
literally no other excuse for that. Like, again, self-insert. Most of us have friends, but what other friends do you
I
have?
mean-
You know, you could just write that the protagonist has friends, but it's still gonna
I
be
mean-
fucking hard for them to find her.
And Jamie says her Facebook status is dead.
Kenzie, to be quite honest with you, if you're reading this unironically, maybe you would relate to not having any friends.
I mean, let's be real. If you're unironically reading this and have absolutely no friends, you don't have much longer on this in this life anyway.
Jeez.
Stop that.
We were all thinking it.
I was not.
You didn't have much of an apartment to begin with. None of your possessions came with anything meaning. With anything meaning. Okay. Most of your furniture. Parentheses, only your bed, nightstand, couch, and coffee table were either bought from a secondhand store or from your old house when you lived with your mother.
What? So
Eh.
what?
This is
Doesn't-
relevant.
What you
Why
think
are we
you need to go
complaining-
into some high-end furniture store and buy shit to have it matter?
Why is it? I'm more befuddled by the fact that we just spent a small paragraph going over their fucking furniture. Like, I don't care. All. Kenzie.
Yeah.
Up to
You
bat.
barely got by, wrong by, with bills and practically only ate at work at the maid cafe. Since you didn't have much food at home and you had a discount at work with food far more edible than anything you could make. Commas!
Wait, if you're working at a cafe and you can't make food, oh, that doesn't matter.
You must be a shit maid waitress if you can't make tips.
I mean, she can't make tits either, so.
But just
Heyo. You
the
didn't
jokes
bother.
hurt themselves.
You didn't bother to get to know your neighbors. That's on you, or even coworkers outside of business. You
Why?
up?
Wait. Co-workers outside of business. What are you talking about?
It means outside of work. You know what it means.
Then why would they be co-workers?
Really. I think they just wrote. They're just awful at writing. Moving along.
Here's a better question.
Oh, I see what. Go ahead.
Yeah, Rapper.
Who cares? Who cares about what you do with your fucking money and where you go to eat? No one cares. No one.
19 chapters in, and I haven't formed a fucking special bond with you yet, author.
The
Move
only one who
on.
cared was your goddamn mother, and she died, and you don't care.
Grant can't even find. Grant can form a fucking bond with you, protagonist, and you aren't fucking Grant.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're me. You're like a weird multiverse of me, and I can't fucking form a connection with you.
Oh my god.
So it's kind of like your own fault for. So it's kind of like your own fault. No, it is your fault for being the perfect candidate for kiddo. It is your fault.
It is definitely your fault.
No,
No one will miss you.
Ken's, read that last part in like a Valley Girl voice. Because that's how I'm hearing it.
So it's kind of like your fault for being the perfect candidate for kidnapping.
You know what?
Kind of like God.
You know what made you a very good candidate for kidnapping? 3 guys chase you for 7 blocks and you didn't call the cops.
This could have all been solved with one phone call.
And it's a creepypasta, so the cops
The
would have
cops
shown
would
up
be
in
there.
10 seconds.
And the killers would immediately fuck off.
It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. This is not a journey.
This is a trek through a fucking swamp.
This
Oh,
is
it's
like
a journey.
this is like if you were barefoot, your feet covered in petroleum jelly, and you stepped onto a wooden staircase that had just been freshly waxed, and you fell down and hit your
This-
head on every stair. That's what this is.
This journey's
Man,
equivalent.
Chad, that's awfully specific. Has this happened to you?
No, but
No comment.
neither have I convinced someone else to do that and had to cover up the consequences of it.
Journey is like a fucking 5-minute, 50-mile marathon. but I
Moving
have to
on.
Army crawl over broken
The joke
glass.
is over, Grant.
Fine. Continue.
Scolding at yourself.
Just go. Just go.
It's
What in 3
Whatever.
words?
Scolding at yourself as you are once again playing a game of familiarizing the fabric of the hospital blanket with your fingers.
What are you talking about?
That sounds like the first half of a sentence, but no, that's just the whole sentence. You told yourself if you ever get the chance of being free, you would not take it for granted and will find a different job, get to know those people, will, comma, find an apartment, talk to your neighbors more than just a simple hello or a sorry for thinking you are getting in each other's way in the hallway.
Mr. Clark says, "Excuse me, what?"
We don't know.
Which part are you referring to, Mr.
But
Clark?
No.
Quite
No,
honest with
fuck
you.
which part. The answer is we don't know.
All right, Raptor, you're up.
No, it's not.
Take
That was only 2.
it away, then,
Oh, yeah.
Kenzie. Finish up.
It was probably unrealistic, but you were gonna. Oh my god.
Oh, Christ.
You were gonna download all social media apps and post every day and get connected with people. Don't do that. No, no one wants to know you. You were not risking a chance of being kidnapped and it being swept under the rug. What are the chances you would be kidnapped twice? What is the city of Tokyo, Ohio?
How bad is the family
Tell
in
you.
Tokyo, Ohio, that being on Twitter allows you to be kidnapped?
Tokyo, Ohio has the highest crime rate of any city in the fucking world.
You didn't want to become another statistic. You were quite aware that there was a slim chance of you escaping and people being thrilled of your return, since who was there anyways? Oh my god. Why? The fact that she wrote anyways.
Raptor.
I'll be back. I just burst a blood vessel in my eye.
Look,
need
I
to go
know
get a
I've been
drink.
I've been trying throughout this whole thing to be pretty nice to the writer, and what I'm about to say is still going to be fairly tame. But writer, you are a dick. I don't want to read a story written by a dit, especially when it's a reader insert story, because I am not a dit.
Hello, Bagel. It's like
Hey,
how
Bagel.
lightning can strike the same place twice or whatever.
Raptor.
Okay.
Have a fun crack at this.
But another problem arose itself.
Kenzie.
What about Toby?
I don't care.
Also, Raptor, no, you still have to keep reading it word for word. You keep correcting it.
Yeah, another problem
But
rose.
Kenz, you have to remember, he's
Wow.
not doing that on purpose. His brain
Yeah.
is just working as it should.
This is just, yeah.
I think he
his
is doing it on
problem-
purpose. I think that's his coping.
This is just how his brain is functioning at normal levels, and it's fixing mistakes in the right.
Besides wondering if he even had a plan or not, you didn't notice if he was having the same ideas as you or if he was going to keep himself hidden as much as possible from the police yacht, as well as his co-workers. You weren't an idiot. You had a feeling that they would.
You wanted to fucking lies.
You fucking.
No, in this case, we are very much an idiot.
You are.
Correction. Bioman is an idiot.
I should have. If I had known this was coming, I would have got the gif of Anakin just shouting "liar."
You are literally the stupidest protagonist in any story I've ever fucking read. And that's saying a lot.
You had a feeling that they would come after you too.
You.
You.
That's.
Whatever.
They wrote the number. That's the joke. That's why we were having a panic attack. They wrote the number instead of the word.
But you see, that's the thing. Like, is it a mistake, or is she saying that she's just assuming that Toby would go with her?
I don't
I think
fucking know.
I think either way it would be. I think it would be two like TOO either way, right?
I don't
If
care.
it doesn't matter. Raptor.
Would he even allow you to leave his site, get a job, or go to the store for groceries or other needs?
Other deeds.
Good fucking question. Wow, it's almost as if a serial killer would make a poor boyfriend.
Yeah, fucking shock and horror.
What a twist.
Wait. One day, one of these will actually be good. One day, you'll find the only good piece of writing on quote of Cam. Why do you lie to us?
Why do you try to trick me, Cam? You deceive me with your words.
Don't give me hope.
Stop. Don't give me hope. It's the best part from fucking Endgame.
You just want to leave. Oh, wait, hang on. Paragraph, sorry.
No,
You were in a great need of new clothing as well.
I.
The apron wasn't cutting it for you anymore.
Hold on, let me see if I. Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, we know the drawing. Keep
Yes.
going.
That one.
12.
Come
You're
on,
angry.
we made Grant
Please.
do the Photoshop. We have to show it.
I love the picture though.
Continue forward. Please, I'm
Okay.
dying.
Fine. Clothes you had on now, you weren't sure if they were previously on a dead body.
What are
They
you
smell like
even?
eggs.
What? that's
She
not in the
took
story, but
clothes
that's
that
really
they
funny.
gave her, and she's not sure exactly where they came from. You know, really in-depth description. I know we forgot it because we don't give a fuck, but she had to go in very good detail for what clothes she was wearing because, you know,
No one's drawing this fucking character.
I guarantee you some one person is.
Anyway,
Hang on.
Raptor.
Okay. And then just waited to get them clean. You didn't even know if you were given new articles of clothing, or you're just going to be like.
Jesus.
Just
H.
read it and get it
Christ.
over with. Get it over with.
Or you were going to be like Dobby and waited to be granted clothing.
I
Right,
know
you guys have
this
fun
is gonna
reading
be
the rest of this alone.
no. Okay,
You get
Look.
back here.
Here's the thing. Now this is controversial, but I think we can at least agree that it's still better than this. We can
Harry
always
Potter?
agree we would rather be reading Harry Potter than this.
I would read Harry Potter 6 times all the way through than read this fucking nonsense
And
ever again.
hang on. And what have I said about one of my golden rules of writing? never reference something that your readers would rather be reading over this.
I don't know. I don't physically cringe very often, like actually physically cringe, but Raptor reading the line "Be like Davi" actually made me cringe. I felt uncomfortable, like being here when he said it. Ugh.
Just gonna scroll up so I don't see that anymore.
Good idea.
Yep, doing the same. Trains.
Just
It's-
keep reading.
It's the train going to
Just
take me to
keep
Hogwarts.
reading.
It's your turn.
I thought Raptor had one more.
Raptor. No, he's done. You're back to the fire.
I don't want to read. Oh god. Plus, how much of himself was he wanting to change? Did he just want to leave his work and find somewhere else to stay and that's it? Or was it that and wanting to get himself back into society, get therapy, and try to conform back to what's normal? Okay, I've never actually read the story Tiki Toby myself, but wasn't it like that Toby was in therapy, but it didn't help, so he just...
I don't know. I never read it.
I don't remember. I do remember. I
Anyway.
think he was in physical therapy because he was in a car crash. I don't think he.
Oh, I didn't know
I don't
that.
think he was in a. Yeah, no, he was in a car crash. That's why his sister's dead or whatever the fuck. Doesn't matter.
Anthony, no! So Anthony says, I'm almost wishing I was in front of that train.
Jesus, Anthony, come on, man.
Did he even remember what was considered normal, or is he too far gone to care? Who cares?
Speaking of care, I don't. Moving along.
And now that you were thinking about it, what about Brian and this Tim? Quit acting like you don't know who he is.
And this Tim
And this
character that I
Tim.
have no idea who he is.
You doubt
This Tim, Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Green.
I don't know any other Tims.
Tim
Timothy
Curry.
Green.
Oh well, yeah, but
The new voice for fucking.
he's too good to be in this. How dare you even suggest Tim Curry be in this?
Right.
He's already escaped space.
You doubt you could save them as the Hooded Man and Masked Man were a part of them. They couldn't be how they used to be before all the damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay, I want Mike Ehrmantraut, Ash Williams, and Phil Swift with his chainsaw to just like bust in and kill everyone.
Yeah, slaughter the entire
Hands over
cast.
Kobe's corpse. That's a lot of damage.
They're just holding up Eyeless Jack. To show you how good Flex Seal is, I sawed this Jack in half!
Anywho, I'm dying. Him.
No matter how much you wanted to save them, at least Brian, since you could see how much he was broken just based on your first time seeing each other for real. That made no sense at all.
That doesn't. It doesn't matter.
He knew you, but you didn't know him. No, he doesn't know you.
What?
You have said
What do you
Jack all
mean?
about yourself.
He's interactions with you have been you in a hospital bed telling him where fucking pills are. He.
But you couldn't speak for your feelings about Tim. Who knows? Maybe he's slightly less worse than the Masked Man, or he's like Brian who got caught in the wrong mix of something in their life, and this is the end result. Oh, that was a painful 3 paragraphs.
Yep, it's like torture.
Ah,
Speaking of torture. And unfortunately, your that doesn't exist. Your logical side of your brain is saying
your
you need to save yourself.
logically side.
Oh yeah, let me rephrase. Sorry. And unfortunately, your logically side of your brain was saying you need to save yourself. You are only going to put yourself at a greater risk of trying to help others. Hell, look at how Toby reacted just because he knew it was Brian talking to you this time. Ooh, ho, ho, I don't give a shit. You just hoped you could get a head. You just hoped you get a head start from any of them before getting caught. You
Would you
didn't
call the
have.
cops on them too? Yeah. Would you call the
Yeah.
cops on them then?
Yeah, maybe this time you'll fucking phone the police. You didn't have much interaction from Cody and Jack, so you really couldn't guess what they might be doing.
Actually-
You might be a little surprised with Jack.
I honestly think, like, for personal interaction, she has had more interaction with both Cody and Jack than she has with either Brian or Tim.
Also, just throwing this out here, of all the characters, including Toby, I think Jack has been the nicest to.
Yeah,
Like by
Yeah.
far, he didn't throw her down the stairs or kill her mom.
and
Maybe
yes,
it's just-
Superstar. There's some character named Cody. Nobody knows what he's from, so I just made him Mr. Dink from Doug.
Cody from Zack and Cody.
I've never seen that show.
Oh, it's
It's a little
it's
bastard.
probably not that bad. It's probably bad, but I liked it when I was a kid.
No, it wasn't that bad.
I just know that the older dude is now in Riverdale, and I know that's your favorite show, man, Chad.
No, we're not talking about that. The season is over.
It's done. We're not talking about how there's magic in the show now. Bringing it up.
There has been.
I don't watch it, so I wouldn't know. I just saw a clip of magic being used and being confused.
Oh yeah, there's magic, there's superpowers, there's angels, there's phoenixes.
What? It doesn't matter. But from talking about one bad thing to another bad thing, back to hunting dog. You really couldn't guess what they might be capable of. What, Raptor? You saying something? Okay. You couldn't under direct order from the you could under direct order from the proxies. So I don't care. So if they had to fulfill their duties, you had way more to worry about than you originally thought.
Okay, I'm just going to put aside my hate for the term proxies and say, how does she know that's what they're called in the story?
I don't think anyone
He
brought it up.
doesn't even know they're under orders of someone.
Yeah, she
I-
has not encountered Slenderman at all.
Or any character, like any hierarchy besides, I guess Jack. Maybe Jack's higher up, but like it's never expressed.
And fuck the story.
Where the fuck was I?
There was a potential.
There was
Unlike
a
the
potential.
story.
There was a potential option, but it was very risky. It was not a safe game, it was not a safe game. And did you really want to waste all your time when you could just take a chance and bail?
When is the opportunity to just bail presented itself?
Yeah, well, isn't that also very risky?
Yeah, you know,
Don't these guys have?
well, I was gonna say, for these guys being like serial killers always out on the prowl, they've really been hanging around the house a lot.
Also, wouldn't running away be risky? Because aren't these guys super powered or something? And at bare minimum, don't they have guns?
They have a gun.
They have a gun, yes, indeed.
And now I'm sorry, but I have to go into this. Why would you get me a gun rack? I don't even own a gun. You need many guns to fill a gun rack.
Keep reading.
Pain. Proxies, take a chance and bail. Besides, was there any real way of getting inside the mind of a killer and not skipping that line?
No,
moving on.
read it. You don't get that luxury.
And not the way they show in Netflix documentaries.
Oh, so you in the documentary? So you mean the actual way that it's done? That it has been done, you dipshit?
Again, we could be watching my Criminal Minds, Mind of a Killer, pretty much any
Yeah.
good thing on
God,
Netflix to do with
I would-
serial killers.
I would love to watch some fucking Criminal Minds, like season 1 through 3 Criminal Minds. That'd be a good time right now.
Yep.
All right, it's my turn. But it wasn't that simple. You are actually living with said killers. Wouldn't that make it easier?
Yeah.
Yep.
You didn't have the resources to go through their life and figure out where it all went wrong. You weren't sure. You're not smart enough to do that.
Wait. What are you talking about? They've been telling you their life stories.
You didn't have resources. You didn't have a scalpel and
a drill.
and
It's a
forceps.
drill into
Like
their
that.
brains.
Grant, shut the fuck up! I am talking. You didn't have
Alright.
forceps and a scalpel to actually like go into their brains and pick them. You weren't sure if you could get into contact with anyone that Brian or Tim knew before they were just ordinary people. Well, yeah, because you're trapped at the house.
Because they kidnapped you.
And the way Toby's reacted is now a noun, to you just speaking to Brian made you feel unsure of how to go about the situation. He'd probably kill you just because you were putting more interest into Brian and Tim instead of him, even though he seemed fine the night you two were sharing a room and he was telling you some details of his past. So then, just stick with that. Pick his brain.
Yeah. Ask him some questions. He's probably stupid enough to tell you.
But then again, you're stupid enough to not realize that. You hadn't seen the worst that they could do, even from what happened with you. Even from what happened with you, you felt as though your time with them was more gentle than what others had to deal with. Yeah, because you literally saw them kill someone with
Poison.
Yeah, you literally just saw them inject something and kill a person.
Oh, they killed that other dude too, didn't they?
They killed so many people.
Yeah, they killed like 4 people so far since meeting you.
And the way they didn't hesitate or second guess their decision before killing the older man in front of the house just because they were sick of sharing their goods.
I mean, to be fair, yeah. Fuck that communist bullshit.
Fuck sharing. This is my.
That's why they shot at me with a dirty commie.
Yeah, they didn't tell you his plaid like fucking overalls or whatever the fuck he was wearing had like a fucking hammer and sickle and insignia.
He was hiding his thick Russian accent as they swallowed thickly.
Yeah,
I fucking hate you.
And Vince Vaughn was doing his best to hide his thick Russian accent because he was voicing him.
Alright,
Vince Vaughn's the fucking sleep ration for the Soviet Union.
Raptor.
So, if you had to look at it from their perspective, survival was key. And they didn't seem to think that befriending someone based on trade was the way to go. It made sense. What did the guy offer again? A closed mouth?
Okay.
I literally doesn't matter at all.
A door clicks as it was being opened, and Jack walks in, looking a little tired. Probably has been up all night.
He's wearing a mask. How could you tell?
Yeah.
He doesn't have eyes either.
Who was Jack?
Me.
Yeah, Linkara.
It's Linkara. You'll be able to leave since there's no serious condition going on with you besides shock. I'm aware it may cause some systemic issues with you. She has so many systemic issues with her.
Systemic
Like
racism.
loss of appetite, nightmares, PTSD, all that sorts of stuff. But I might be able to give you medication when that starts.
Oh my god, that's not how that works.
Remedy Christ.
You're gonna give her medication for hunger?
Medication for PTSD. Raptor. Raptor, my good man.
Okay, Oh, there you go. He continues out, but you were just grateful to get out of the hospital room. You were tired of being
You weren't
tied.
in a hospital room. You're still at this house.
Yeah, in house is a very generous word. This rickety shack.
Where the fuck is this room anyway in this house? I thought this was like a cabin.
That's a very good question.
I'm trying to figure out the like geography of this fucking house, and it's not coming to me.
Maybe this is like
Like the
no,
TARDIS.
I'm not gonna go there. It's too depressing.
Moving on.
You were tired of being tied to the bed, metaphorically speaking. And since
What?
they took things from you, you had nothing to entertain yourself except staring at a damn window as the rain continued. It was common, but not the type of let me grab a book, blanket, maybe some tea or hot chocolate, and curl up to the window kind of common feeling.
What?
I want to die.
Yeah, took the
None
words
of you
out of
are
my
allowed
mouth.
to die before me.
Epic issues. Is this someone else, or is this still you?
Raptor, you just take these two statements.
Okay.
Not even.
It would have to do. You ruined at home.
Yeah, no shit. You're kidnapped.
Kens.
And
Oh, what?
it's stolen, Kara.
Oh, wait. Also, Toby wanted me to give you this.
He catches your attention with a small folded up piece of paper that had been folded multiple times.
Yeah, that's what folded up would imply.
Redundancy, Department of Redundancy.
You're folded up paper that's folded up.
You furrow your eyebrows. Furrow, we found out what word of the day was on her toilet paper that morning. Into confusion before your fingers grasp the familiar feeling of paper. I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Familiar feeling of paper is.
Out of all the things from your life that you miss, oh, the feeling of paper. You wondered if it was.
Kelta doesn't have much going for her in her life, to be fair.
You wondered if it was safe to read it when someone else was in here, but as you looked over, Jack seemed too busy scribbling down notes. What is he, a fucking doctor now?
Also, wait.
You can read it. I don't care unless it's an M&M packet.
Also, just to point this out, because it seems like the author's continuing to forget, he doesn't have eyeballs.
Yes, that's why
he couldn't read it if he wanted to.
That's why they call it window pane, Eminem 2011. Toby just trash, apparently. As house full of mass serial killers, perfect environment to remain calm and possibly catch up on my yoga exercises.
Reading the Communist Manifesto. Yeah, Toby had it in the Communist Manifesto.
Looking back down, you moved your fingers to make the page unfold. About 8 times before you came to some sprawling. Nobody cares how many times.
Okay, please.
Came to some sprawling.
Alright, this is you, Raptor. This is Toby.
Oh. Wait. Yeah, hang on.
Oh my god. I can't.
Sorry.
No, what it says.
No, dude. Anyway.
Oh, wait.
I have an early.
I have an early. Hang on, I'm just.
Jesus, Raptor.
Relax.
I'm just
I
searching
can't.
Searching through the fucking labyrinth to find this goddamn part of the sentence.
Hey, found it. I have an early morning mission in the morning. No one will be up yet. Good enough chance.
Mission?
An early morning mission in the morning.
Yeah.
Redundancy.
We still don't know what these guys are
Department
supposed to be
redundancy.
doing.
The early morning mission in the morning, opposed to the early morning missions at fucking midnight. Come on, author.
But Is Mr. Dink like Bosley, and they're getting their missions from Charlie here?
Morning. So funny for those.
Somewhat
Is this me?
discreet, but you're sure if others had seen this, they would piece together what he was trying to say. It's not a fucking encoded message.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the note I got yesterday from a fucking.
Wait, what happened? Wait, yeah, I'm curious. I didn't read this. I didn't hear about it.
So I was at work yesterday. Now, keep in mind, I think this was the man who gave this to me. There was some kind of handicap there, which is why I laugh at the note. I do not laugh at the man himself.
Mhm.
But this woman in a wheelchair came in, and with her was her son, the man in question, and who could either have been maybe her daughter or a caretaker or something. She was the one pushing the woman's wheelchair, and so um at one point, like, I'm doing my thing, they're at a desk for one of the personal bankers who's on the platforming side because the woman was opening up a debit card, so we're not paying attention, and I'm doing my own thing. And at one point, as they're looking to get ready to leave, I guess the man brought up birthdays and zodiac signs because my coworker was mentioned. Oh, Joelle here's she's a blah blah blah. Her birthday's this, and Mackenzie, I don't know when. Mackenzie, when's your birthday? And I told them June 20th, and he gets excited. He goes, "Oh, you're a Gemini like me. My birthday is June 3rd." And at first it was cute, and I said, "Yeah, I'm a Gemini too." So then he goes to the bathroom while his mother and the other woman are waiting. And before he acknowledges them, he comes back to where the tellers are and asks if I have a piece of paper. So we give him a post-it, and he writes down stuff. He gives it to me, and then he leaves. And so on it, in just most difficult to read handwriting, is a set of numbers, the word girls, another set of numbers, and a bunch of other words we can't make out at the moment. So, first thing I'm able to decipher is the first thing we're able to decipher is the word girls. The next we're able to decipher is his birthday, because I looked at it and it said, oh, June 3rd, and then the year. That's his birthday. Because he mentioned his birthday was June 3rd. So 6-3, and then the year he was born.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then so we could not figure out the rest for a while. And then after a while, it got dead again. And so I was playing around with the first set of numbers in the teller system. I looked up maybe as a savings account or savings account number. That didn't work. Checking account number, that didn't work. So then I put it as a social security number, and it's
this is.
He put his social. I don't know why he did this. It was his social security number.
Why? Was he like hitting on you? Is that?
I don't know. So then after
a
a while, so now I'm just looking at it. Now we were able to discern that one of the words was love. Okay, so we've got girls, his birthday, love. And then we couldn't decide if the next word was set with a T or sex with an X.
Oh,
So,
God.
so
And then we were finally decided that it was close enough that the last word was girls, like what he tried to write before, but then he ran out of room. So this whole note was his social security, girls, his birthday, and then love, sex, girls. And that was the weirdest love note I have ever gotten.
there's.
Hello, Chris Duffy.
Hi, Chris Duffy. Welcome to the.
That interesting anecdote.
Hi, Chris. I was talking about a very weird experience I had at work yesterday.
Yeah,
I imagine the Saw theme playing while you're deciphering this.
Yeah, but you're like flashing like edits.
At one point, I did joke with my coworkers. I said, "Look, I'm not saying he's the Zodiac killer, but this seems to be written in code, and he took a very strong interest when he found out I'm a Gemini."
God.
Yeah, I would carry some pepper spray around with you, Kenzie, just in case. Who gives someone their social security number?
Well, I mean, I have to ask for it sometimes. Like bankers will have to know what it is sometimes in order to do that kind of stuff. One of my coworkers said maybe he was like wrote his social security so you would find him in the system and get his number. But then I'm like, I think you're giving him too much credit. Why wouldn't he just give me the number?
Yeah. Why like all this third party bullshit? Why I gotta go through extra steps for this guy?
And then I was gonna shred it, put it in the shredder because this is someone's social security number. I didn't want to keep it.
I would
But
have
my
framed
coworker
it.
said, hold on to it and give it to the bank manager tomorrow. So I did, and I showed her it this morning. She does have to report it, and keep in mind, I don't feel threatened by this thing. Like, I don't think there's going to
Okay.
be any follow up to it.
Yeah.
Like I think the guy probably forgot he wrote it the minute he left the bank.
What's happening
So,
in
but
this
like
chapter?
she did have to report it for security reasons. But like, I don't think there will be any follow up.
What's
Maybe
happening in
he's-
this chapter so far? Chris, fuck all has happened.
Yeah, this is why we're taking like a 20-minute break to listen to Kenzie explain the weirdest hit the weirdest like approach to hitting on someone I've ever heard in my entire goddamn life.
I mean, it's still better than writing a fan fiction about that person and giving
That's
them
true.
the story to read.
This is true.
Although now it seems something might happen because I guess Toby is threw a note implying that he wants to escape with Bio-chan.
Oh yeah.
Well, not even that he wants to escape with her. He's like giving her an opportunity to leave. I
Yeah.
guess.
So we'll see where this goes. Let's get
Yeah.
back to reading.
Continuing forward. So it's, I'll do that next time I hit on a girl. You ever give her my social security number? What am I reading?
I don't remember.
Also,
yeah, I think it's my turn.
Just so you're aware, Cam, I didn't break any laws. It is perfectly legit for a banker to have someone's social security number, as long as I don't to like look up someone's account. I did not break any laws.
And posted on her Twitter, on Kenzie's Twitter, just like, ah, look at this guy's social security.
Why would you fucking degenerate?
Were there any new reevaluations in the author's note? This chapter does not have an author's note or a dumb, like, unrelated photo.
Where the fuck was
Bagel
the
says,
screen?
you want to know my secret identity?
Something discreet. Okay. So you were going to get. So you were going to get alive? You just hoped Toby had a decent enough plan and not just, oh, let's run away on foot and maybe find some shelter once we have blisters on our feet. That was a whole ass paragraph right there. You weren't even sure if you still had money on you, if you needed food or could get an actual hotel room.
No hotel rooms. You
Yeah.
keep breaking the walls.
You keep throwing hands with the fucking furniture. You'd most likely have to go in yourself since you look more like an everyday normal person, despite a few cuts. I knew that was coming. Despite a few cuts and a... Ooh.
Bio-chan. Here we have those, really shit priorities again. Do I have any money so I could go get food in a hotel? Go to the police station!
Why are you so anti-cop? Did a cop kill your dad or something? Like...
Anthony says, a male psycho killer letting a female victim go? Simp!
You weren't. You'd most likely have to go in yourself since you look like more like an everyday person. That's still hilarious, despite a few cuts and a weird-looking pale circle around your arm. that looks like a huge scar. You wondered if you could get some answers out of somebody about what was the whole point. What was the whole point, indeed? What is the point of life? But you weren't going to risk your chance of escaping based on some curiosity that could end up being nothing. Mackenzie, I believe it is you.
Where are we at? Sorry, I was
You
reading.
felt fine.
You felt fine, healthy, normal, whatever that means for you. So what's the need to stick around? I don't know. The fact that they're holding you hostage.
Yeah.
Well, not hostage, but like they're holding you prisoner.
Wait, she
Yeah.
was just saying it didn't sound like a good idea to escape.
No. Contradictions in the next sentence. The author's specialty.
You fold the pieces up the same amount of times Toby had done and slipped it into your jeans. Very useful information. I'll unhook you. That
Something
I'll
that
unhook your
Linkar's never
bra.
had. Yeah, something Linkar's never had the chance to say to an actual living woman.
I'll unhook your bra. Green M&M. Jack said as he started to unwrap the blood pressure cuff that would go off every 15 minutes, as well as your IV, ripping off the tape and the secured clear wrap to keep the needle in place.
Ow.
Very relevant, thank you. He discarded the items before sliding out the needle out of your skin. Thank you, redundancy department. Throwing that in the sharp spot. Box. Before grabbing gauze and some tape. You should be able to take it off in 5 minutes. He said. Go.
Sorry, Grant, I just want to say for next week's image, in the corner, just put a little box that says Sharps Box on it.
I will do my best. Have a bunch of little like scalpels and knives pointing out of it. Also, I would like for you to read the chat.
Is that a bag of M&Ms in your pocket, or are you happy to see me, Linkara, at some point?
Jesus Christ.
Say it to a girl.
He says, what the hell is this? These are all brown ones!
He says, pressing the gauze down so he could move his fingers to place the tape across it and onto your skin. Thank you. You said, after all, he didn't have to take you in to give you a moment to clear your head and give you an excuse to get away from the others.
What?
He nodded, acknowledging.
Excuse me?
I'm not having a stroke.
Wait.
That is the attempt.
Oh my god.
Acknowledging. I will be the one to post that in the chat. Excuse me for a moment.
That right there. You have to have that written down.
Oh, nope. Manny beat me to it. Sorry, Chad. Yeah, I'm mad at you.
This is like a fantasy
what you said with a small hum. Just my job. He says. You take the blanket off slowly as your body felt sore from sitting in the stupid bed for the last few days. That was
so
days?
Stupid. Wait.
Your tailbone was
Wait, what's the passage of time?
Your tailbone was definitely going to pay for this. What kind of bed was this?
Your tailbone was going to pay for this. Are you talking about the bed or thinking back to your times with Mr. Sokka?
Ayo.
Your tailbone was gonna pay for this. She gets out like a baseball bat and swinging at herself.
You did not wear this sexy lingerie. Your tailbone is going to pay for this.
As well as your legs, since they felt jelly-like as you tried to stand on your own. Jelly-like should have a hyphen.
They felt jelly-like.
Take it slow. I'm here if you need assistance. That's what she said. That's what Linkara said.
Raptor.
Informed you and you nod, grateful but stubborn enough to try to walk yourself. Feeling a bit awkward from taking a few steps, your legs weren't injured or anything, just useless from the lack of use. Yes, That's what useless means.
It's every other sentence is just redundancy, man.
He opens the door for you, ghost in his large hand near your forearm, in case you looked like you were going to fall while you went behind you, vocally telling you how to get back to the room. It wasn't a big place, just a small cabin, but alright. Reached the door, familiar door of Toby's room. Let no, sorry. As you can see.
Carter, one more time.
Let me know if you need anything.
Green M&Ms, maybe?
I have some websites where you can look at very interesting women.
No. Oh god, no. If you need anything, it was to figure out what the hell Toby is thinking and not being impulsive and reckless. Reaching your hand forward and twisting the knob
Giggity.
was the calm before the storm. That's what she said.
They write themselves, don't they?
Okay, so here is an author's note. I'm not gonna read it in the usual stupid pseudo Minnesota accent because currently wrote this while in the hospital, just having some complications with the baby, and I'll be induced on the 28th. I hope everything checked out okay.
I hope that's all good.
If you want to know more about Toby, check out my other story, and I'll be a co-author with my best friend's story too, but all that will be on my profile. We're not going to do that, but we hope everything went fine with the baby and that you had a very smooth birth.
Indeed. Okay. You guys feeling up for a second chapter tonight?
No, but I will if you guys want to.
I'm up for it. It means that we finished faster.
No, it doesn't. But also, like, my grandma got back, so I feel bad, like...
Yeah, we might just make this a short one. The next chapter is a bit longer than this one.
Oh boy. Howdy. Oh boy, there's a lot of your name in the next chapter. That's... finally, they actually fucking acknowledged
the name Bio-chan rides again.
Yep.
Rides again was Mr. Sokka back?
Rides again is Mr. Sokka's nickname in high school. College, sorry.
The dialogue is more tiring to read than a manual of how to clean a septic tank. Thank you, Raptor.
Okay.
My favorite Final Fantasy character, Cloud. The true ending of the story is when Toby fights Mr. Soccer for Biochat's femboy heart.
Every sentence is worse than the last. For both the story and the comment that we are reading.
Well, that was... Yeah, that wasn't very good, but I'm not gonna be too harsh because, you know, like, I'm sure a lot of those mistakes were because, in redundancy, were because she was in the hospital, you know, worrying about her unborn baby.
I would hope.
So yeah, just in more typical Bio-chan adventure. Yeah.
Quite not good.
Yeah. At least we got the Sharps box out of this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Diminishing returns with every chapter, I suppose.
It's never gonna tickle me as much as Adore the Ski Mask, but...
The wall... We read that Assault the Wall line, and that the story has been on a downward spiral since there.
No, I think that Adore the Ski Mask has surpassed it, and I don't think that can be topped.
I don't know. Well, we still got 3 more chapters. So, we still got time to surpass it, I suppose.
How are you holding up, Raptor?
Not too good, buddy. Apparently.
Me too. Alright, so, yeah, like I said, we'll have to cut this one short then.
Yeah. Next time will be a super long episode.
We'll cut it short with Chris's comment here. Welcome to Assault the Fourth Wall.
Chris, there's, I am upset by your comment. I'm upset for multiple reasons. Mostly that I didn't think of it first.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back hopefully soon with more streaming. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yep.
And we will see you guys next time. Same bean time, same bean channel.
Good night, guys.
Night, everyone. Good night.
I'm gonna die. Hopefully I didn't get Maddie's channel down for the first 6 seconds.